know you guys got the news on Kevin Johnson from yesterday. Was admitted to the hospital. Obviously, we're thinking about Kevin. He's doing good, but never fun to see that or hear that, as was the case. So we're all thinking about Kevin. And then you'll see Miles out there today. The plan is to do individual with Miles and then hold him out of practice reps. And with that, I will take any questions.
Thank you, Coach. Our first one will be from Tom Withers.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Coach. Kevin, do you know exactly when that happened to Kevin Johnson? Do you guys know the particular play and exactly what happened?
Yeah, it was in the red zone period on the touchdown to Harrison Bryant. Kevin was trying to make a play on Harrison, and I think Joe and the defensive staff would have preferred that he held back and kind of, instead, out of an abundance of caution, not dive for it, but they kind of both dove. Harrison landed on top of him. Really unfortunate, unlucky, but again, hoping for him that he'll be back, when he's ready. But that's really the most important thing right now, is that he's safe, and we want him to get well very soon.
Kind of makes you gasp a little bit when you read something like, or hear something like, a lacerated liver. Is it just a reminder of how dangerous this game can be at any time?
It can be, and we're very fortunate to have a excellent medical staff here, so they were on top of this, and I think that's really a testament to Joe and his crew that they were very cautious when they heard what was going on. So,
thank you, sir.
Thanks, Tom. Nate Ulrich, you're up.
Hey, Coach, is Kevin Johnson a candidate for IR?
Honestly, Nate, I wouldn't even speculate at this point.
Okay, and from the big picture standpoint, you've had several starting guys go down, J.C. Treader and Nick Chubb, Mac Wilson, now this with Kevin Johnson. Have you kind of broached this subject with the team? Is there obviously everybody knows injuries are part of the game, but have you said anything about the adversity that you guys have faced here early on?
Like you said, Nate, injuries are part of the game. We got to do everything in our power to eliminate the ones that we can, and that's just the truth. So we got to get our work in and take care of each other.
Scott Patrick, you're up.
Hey, Coach. Can you hear me?
Yes, we have you, Scott.
Great. Hey, I appreciate you describing how the injury to Kevin happened. Does it look like just every other play? I mean, is it a normal play, or did something stand out about what happened?
No, totally normal.
Okay. And I know he had been playing some in the slot for you. Who else can play that role? I know that Denzel and Greedy don't have a whole lot of experience in the slot.
Yeah, it's the nice part of having an 80-man roster. We have a bunch of guys that we're going to try in there. And even prior to this, we've been working a lot of guys in there. So I think you'll see a pretty good rotation of guys in there.
Thanks.
Tony Grossi, you're up.
Hey, Kevin. Apparently the NFL Wire reported 4 kickers were tried out by the Browns. If you can't comment specifically the reason for that, is there something going on with Austin Seibert? Is he dealing with something, a nagging thing? He's the only kicker on hand.
Yeah. Tony, I'll tell you, no, there's nothing going on with Austin. This is due diligence. The roster sizes that they are these days, I think it's prudent on Andrew and the front office to have workouts of multiple positions. So, no, it's nothing in relation to Austin at all.
And I was wondering, just in the early going of your head coach career, what do you think about the adjustment of having to answer questions about injuries every single day?
I'll do my best to give you guys something.
Thank you.
Daryl Ryder, will go to you.
Hey, Kevin, I wanted to ask you about Sione Takitaki. What did you know about him when you got here? And especially yesterday, it looked like he made a couple of nice plays. Just your overall impressions of what he's been able to do in the early stages.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know much about Taki at all. And then to get in the building and talk to the people here and about what he's about, and then to spend some time with him finally and see him out on the field. And you just feel his energy. He runs to the ball every time. He's constantly chirping and communicating. So he's somebody that you hear almost before you see.
Thank you, Daryl. We'll go to Jake Trotter.
Yeah, Kevin, really seems like Baker and Hooper have a nice chemistry out there. Is that something you see and feel good about the potential of?
Yeah, I feel good about the potential of those guys. Austin went down there to Austin for a couple weeks, I believe, and they spent some time together. So, yeah, I think there's a comfort level, and we just got to make sure that that continues to grow for all those guys, really.
Aditi Kinkabwala, you can unmute on your side. You should be ready. Thank you.
Hi. You did 3 straight days in pads, and was there some sort of design behind that? And do you expect to kind of up the physicality in the next few days?
Well, there's a bunch of rules on what you can and can't do, Aditi, in terms of how many days in pads, and you can't go 4 days in pads. So today we won't be in full pads today. And really, we have a very we've thought long and hard about this camp and how we wanted to acclimate these guys and safely do it. So we'll abide by the rules of the NFL, but we'll also use all the information at our disposal to make sure that we're having a very productive and safe camp.
We have 3 hands up, Mary Kay, Nate, and Scott. Those will be our last 3. Mary Kay, your line should be open.
Coach, in terms of Kevin Johnson, just in watching him over these past few days, he just seemed like he was really active and having a nice camp. I saw at least 1 interception, a forced fumble, lots of breakups. And when we talked to him the other day, he still sees himself as a starter. What kind of camp was he having? And is he somebody that his role was pretty defined there, kind of as the nickelback, or was he in any way possibly, pressing for a starting job too?
Yeah, I think, Mary Kay, we were excited about bringing Kevin in because he's a young man, but he's got some really good experience playing in a couple different systems. You're right, he was having a nice few days here, but like with every position, it's a long haul. So I would tell you that we're going to miss him here and really hope that he gets back healthy when he's ready, but really excited about his future as a Cleveland Brown.
Thank you.
To Nate Ulrich.
Hey, Coach, we got to talk to Jimmy and Dee Haslam over the weekend, and, they made it clear that they want fans in the stands, for your games, for the players, for you guys, for the fans themselves, as long as it can be done safely. I was just wondering, what's your view of that? Is that something you're really hoping for? Is it something you're paying attention to?
I definitely want them for our home game. But, yeah, we're excited. Our game, obviously, we do this in a lot of ways for these fans. And I've heard from many of them already around the community, and they want very badly to be in person and support us. And we obviously want them there too, but we got to make sure that whatever we do is safe. And I know that they're all working very hard to look at a solution to that, but it doesn't change the fact that our fans are important to us. We'd love to have them out there.
Scott Patrick to finish us off.
Great. Hey, Coach, I didn't see, or Denzel and Odell did not appear to do a lot in team yesterday. Is anything going on with those guys?
Nothing going on. That's just, I would say, part of the plan, Scott.
So expect them to be out there today?
Yes.